Three, two, one. All right, cool. We locked. So with this one gonna be a little different, but this is gonna give a bit of an introduction in terms of content style of what it'll be like on this channel moving forward, in terms of the topics we're gonna speak about, in terms of the type of content we're gonna make, in terms of the realm of art and content creation that we're gonna be in. I realize I'm sure nobody really gives zero fucks if I'm being real, but I don't want to talk about boxing on this channel. Like, I love boxing with all my heart, but it's not something that I've been doing my whole life. It's not something that I feel like I'm that mimics and represents what lifestyle I actually live outside the camera. Like, I've been making music for over 10 years now. I've been designing clothes since I was in the fourth grade now. I've always been that type of person that if anybody around me, if you could ask anybody around me, they'll tell you, yeah, he has a unique style, he's innovative, he's the type of person that he gonna have one of them shoes that's gonna be a trend 7 years later. And at the time when he rocking them, it's gonna be like, damn, what is those? Them just is fly, he rocking them different, but it's gonna be something that essentially is gonna come around. Then it's gonna be like, oh, okay. For example, I had those moon boots that I see people wearing now. I had those 10 years ago. Well, I had those about 7 years ago. Um, Stuff like I remember my freshman year, I had designed these pants and I had put the zippers all in them, like the zippers all through the legs. I remember people was fake clowning me for that, but it was at the same time, it was like, damn, that's Fido. You really made your own pants. Like, I've always been into design. That's what I'm saying. So I kind of want to do this video because I've been seeing this topic here and there all around. Yeah, my camera's skipping like a mug. Y'all got to get me out the trenches, man. Y'all want to see better quality camera work and all that, bro. We got to get me up out this shit, bro. Because at the end of the day, I got a plan outside of content. I want to do this just for passion, but I got a real life plan outside of this. If I never make $1 from content, I'm Gucci. I just really love art. Like, if you know me, if anybody who knows me, they know I consider myself a living artist. Art is something you live, is not something you do, is not something you become, it's something you live. So I kind of wanted to give a different perspective when it comes to this streaming topic, when it comes to the dangers, the psychological aspects of streaming and the cause and effects that full-time streaming can have, especially when you're considered, let's just say, a desktop streamer or a IRL streamer or a hip hop media streamer, if that makes sense. And I really wanted to send a message to Platboy. I really wanted to send a message to Max. I was about to say his whole name, like I don't know what the fuck he is. I really want to send a message to Max because Max was one of those dudes to me that, if I'm just being honest, he kind of does something that I always wanted to do. I always kind of wanted to be that person that I'm not looked at as a rapper or as a artist. Let me get this small screen out the way because I'm gonna be honest, it's bothering me. I'm skipping like I'm recording inside of a fucking toaster potato master or something. Like, that shit bothering me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna just go full screen. Hopefully it's not skipping as much on the playback, but right now what I'm looking at, this shit looks terrible, bro. I'm not even gonna lie about it. It's one thing y'all gonna realize about me. I'm not even gonna cat for myself. Don't care. But the thing is, I really want to do this, so I'm gonna work with what I got right now, even if it's straight booty, if I'm being real. But yeah, I really wanted to send this message to Max because I don't hold on 1 second. You feel what I'm saying? This on skipping it all. But I really wanted to send a message to Max because I feel like out of all the videos I've watched regarding this topic, certain aspects have not been touched on at all. And I really feel like it's probably the most important aspect. And I'm going to relate it to Bruce's return to streaming. I'm going to relate it to the main topic that I got when I watched the video Bruce returns to streaming. Let's get into it though. I ain't gonna try to talk y'all head off because usually I give that 10 minutes before we even get to it. So
I
let's get
was
straight into it.
burned out from exhaustion,
It's from
buried in the
FDH. I love his videos. I ain't gonna lie, I've been rocking with bro for a little minute now.
It's apparent
So
to
cool.
me that the streaming space is getting very dangerous. And I don't just mean physically, but it seems that streaming is getting to a point where it's becoming physically and mentally taxing. I know a lot of people idolize streamers, which, okay, it makes sense. They work their own schedules, they make tons of money, they get tons of accolades and recognition. However, the truth of the
I want to add this too. I talked about this to a couple people around me before. Every single person in this generation, born past, I would say like 2000, 2001, they have this false sense of, let's just say, entrepreneurism. I don't even know if that's a good word, but they got a false sense of entrepreneurism to where I see so many of these social media posts and these moments captured by social media that make people fall into this trap of, you too can be a CEO. You too can make your own schedule and be a boss. There's this psychology and social conditioning today that makes everybody feel like they have the skill set, the leadership, the virtuous values, and the foundational principles it takes to be a leader and a CEO of a empire, a global corporation, or an international company. If you need to listen to that again, rewind it. This generation has been plagued by this social conditioning of being a boss and entrepreneurship. That's the word, entrepreneurship, that they've been led to believe that everybody has what it takes to lead a global corporation, to be virtuously a leader, to be virtuously what it takes to be a boss, to have the skill set and what it even takes to maintain and build something that you can eventually reach the freedom to make your own um schedule. Do you know what kind of capital it takes to create your own schedule? Do you know what kind of systems you have to have in place that run while you're sleeping to even be able to make your own schedule? I really do not think people understand what it takes. I really think people are convinced that if you have a camera phone and you're able to make people laugh, you deserve to be a boss and make your own schedule. I do not know where y'all got that from, bro, but it takes real life, virtuous values, learned principles, leader qualities, skill set, an actual valuable skill set, bro. I'm sorry, but if you do not have the skills to even garner being worth $1 million, not earning it, not actually doing what it takes, but if you even have the skill set that is worth $1 million, that in itself is hard enough. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think people understand the value of what it means to be an entrepreneur, the value of what it means to be able to make your own schedule, the value of what it means to be able to write your own checks. And I feel like social conditioning today has made it seem way too easy to be a quote unquote CEO. I'm gonna lead it with that. We're gonna lead it with that.
the matter is that streaming, much like any other profession, has its downsides. And really, when I say streaming, I mean content creation. But we already know what has the world's gaze. But with this video, I hope to show you guys
1 second, I'm gonna get these extra tabs out of the way. Hopefully it'll run smoother. I got some content outlines in the background.
is that while social media is an amazing way to make money, and it's definitely deserving of the eye it receives, it has its flaws, it has its downsides, and we may be watching your favorite streamers decay right in front of our eyes. I won't keep gambling. You already know I'm the hood Socrates. Let's talk about it. First things first, mental health. Is no secret that content creation be eating away at your mind. Dead ass. Look at me. I'm still traumatized from trying to succeed while graduating, but it's quite mentally
I definitely feel him on that. I'm also a college student right now. I get what he's saying. I also work a job. I have my own plan, like I said earlier in the video, outside of content creation, but I do understand what he means, because at the end of the day, anybody who joins this space, you feel like you have something to offer to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always felt like if all you are is funny, I don't think you should be a content creator, but I really genuinely feel like artistically you should have something to add to the world, not just YouTube, not just TikTok. I genuinely feel like that's why before artists was looked at such a high social positioning, because it was like, bro, what these people do cannot just be done. I feel like nowadays, if you have the money to get the equipment, you don't have to be charismatic. You don't have to have any charismatic and character gifts. You don't have to have something that makes people feel like, yeah, that's someone I would want my kids or I will want to follow into their footsteps. Obviously, it's not supposed to be that serious. Literally, it's not supposed to be that serious. But what I'm saying is, I feel like a lot of people in the content space have malevolent and, let's just say, not so great intentions in what they want to do with it. I genuinely feel like out of 100 people who want to do content and want to gain notoriety from it, at least 45 to 50% only want it for materialistic desires. And I don't even really mean cars and clothes and money. I mean shit like, but a lot of these people just want to have access to women. I'm dead ass serious, bro. Look at, I hate this. I hate to use that boy as an example, but bro, the man is known for being chopped. Is is that like, I just don't understand. When did that become celebrity? When did that become pop culture? Like, to be known, like, imagine in 2007 a nigga being famous for being chopped. I'm dead ass serious, bro. That would, you would have been clowned into depression. I'm dead. You would have been clowned into a regular job, bro. You would have not. That would have. That's. I mean, of course, there's always going to be the anomalies. I never speak in absolutes. There's always going to be an anomaly. There's always going to be the individual in the collective. There's always going to be the black sheep amongst white sheep. So what I'm saying is, what is the value of these creators? And let's lead it with that. I'm gonna slowly but surely break this shit down. We're gonna cook on a slow slimmer. Whoa, bro. Whoa. Cook on a slow slimmer. Slim Jimmy. God damn. Cook that one. But yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, that
Taxing for
buffering got to
those who
start. Y'all got
just
to get me out the trenches, man. I
start
ain't even
out.
got
The
dial
pressure
up. You
of
feel me? I
failing
got
is so
Wi-Fi. Y'all got to
immense.
get
And
me
when you
out the
have bills to
trenches,
pay, a
bro.
nigga cannot afford. But even on the opposite end of the stick, you see the big guys becoming increasingly depressed. Blackboy Max comes to mind. He's one of the biggest streamers right now, and he's been very open about how streaming has affected him. Let's start there.
When I tell y'all I was going through it, I was really going through it, bro. Like, dead ass. Like, by day 10, bro, by day 10, I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through the rest of these 20 days. Nigga, I'm having nights where I'm in the bathroom, like, just bawling my eyes out. Like, do y'all remember around that time when my friends was here and I'm telling them, like,
Not to keep stopping it, but that's going to lead us into our main point. Max, this is a message to you, bro. You single-handedly, low-key showed me how it is I can express myself on the internet in a sense of, how can I put this, bro? Because I'm really trying to say this shit in a way that, like, the value of what I'm saying is understood. I'm just gonna cut all the fat. Max, you need to surround yourself with spiritual armor. I'm gonna let that marinate. I don't care how much money you get, brother. I don't care how many subscribers you have monthly, brother. I don't care how much fly clothes you got, brother. One thing I learned, ain't none of that bigger than the program, my boy. Ain't none of that bigger than the one and only, my boy. None of that. And one thing I realized about any field of entertainment, you get big enough, boy, it's gonna become godless. It's gonna become godless, and it's gonna happen in a way where, in a blink of an eye, you could have grew up in the church every Sunday, every Wednesday, can quote the Bible front to back, know all the deities, know all the apostles, all the prophets, all the tribes. But you get into this space, you go to LA, you get off that flight, feel the air, the warm weather. You see the baddies. You see everything that created a lustful desire when you didn't have it. You see everything that you would feel like the man if you had when you didn't have it. That you looked at and was like, man, if I had that, bro, nigga won't tell me nothing. Man, if I had that, boy, I'd be good. Man, if I had that, boy, I'd be straight. Regardless if it's materialistic or just accomplishment within the field or within the industry. One thing I realized, and this is why I'm going to relate it back to the Bruce dream. One of the first things Bruce said is, bro, I realized no matter what I accomplished, I literally accomplished my dreams. I made my dreams a reality. And I felt even more of a void after because of one thing that was missing that I let the father down. Not let the father down. I'm not gonna put it like that, but I ain't call my dad. I ain't call the man upstairs. I ain't call the heavenly father. You feel me? I ain't tell him thank you. Even if I ain't talking about, oh, thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, yeah, I made it. Thank y'all. I'm talking about really take a moment to give back to that. Really take a moment to nurture that relationship. Really take a moment to ask God, yo, what? Ask God for discernment. Ask God for clairvoyance. Ask God to help guide your decision making and not lead you into a place like the rest of these celebrities who lost their mind. Like, let's be real, bro. That's why I felt like I can go through my old music right now. When I was ATM Fetty, everybody told me I was gonna blow up. But you know the one thing that always felt that I never just could get comfortable with when I was under the spiritual guise of what ATM Fetty is, bro. I was moving in a way that was going to eventually become godless. There's lyrics I have in my old songs that manifested themselves in my life now when I'm trying to fully separate from that. Do you know how I got arrested? I got caught with receipts out of an ATM because I'm just gonna say this was like 8 years ago. We already did the time and went through the court proceedings. We hit a lick for it was like 90,000 on a card or whatever, and we went and got the money out. And next day we went to get some more money out. I got caught in that cell. I told my homie, bro, I ain't doing this shit no more. I'm finna take that music shit serious. I'm done hitting licks. I'm done wasting my time. I'm finna use my talents, my charismatic gifts. I'm finna use my influence. Cause I don't give a fuck what nobody say. In my age group, I was that dude style-wise. I was that dude that niggas looked at like, yo, what's that? I need to cop that because the way you rocking it, it look better than bro over there. I'm being 100, bro. I got some shoes right now that cost $4. I went to my family gathering. Everybody asking what is those, bro? They some $4 shoes. I just did some designs of Upwork and I customized them. I did some little shits. I added some little jewelries and accessories to it. But that's always been who I am. The hat I'm wearing now was just a pink White Sox hat. All that extra shit I did. Not saying that like I'm this, that, or the third. That I can't do that shit without God. God, the one who gave me those charismatic gifts. God, the one who gave me, who allowed me the ability to have an expansive mindset to be able to put these artistic gifts and angles and different perspectives into one artistic creation that expresses the value of who I am. That's why I wear my heart on my sleeve as an artist. I don't give a fuck. I wear my heart on my sleeve as an artist. I wear my heart on my sleeve as an artist. And I don't give a fuck about this reaction, low-key, no more. This is about a bigger point. Max, protect yourself spiritually, bro, because you got something. And I really can look at Max and see he's not soulish yet. And I say yet because, like I said, I don't care if you can name all the apostles, all the tribes, every book and chapter of the Bible, front to back, every deity, every prophet. You too can become godless. And I want people to know fame does not make you godless. It's what you do with that power. That's what makes you godless. It's not the fame itself. It's not the money itself. There's a lot of people who's doing very humble and great, godly, righteous things with millions of dollars. But you know what positions those people usually don't reach? The billions, to where they can start to own islands and then treat people as literal property. When you start treating people as items, that's when you get into a whole nother ball game. When you start looking at people as pawns in your overall system, that's when you start becoming godless. When you start letting integrity, moral, and virtues get replaced with money, opportunity, and materialistic heart says, no matter where your soul at, no matter how uncomfortable it is, it's gonna bleed out. You feel me? And that's all I want to say, Max. Like, really protect yourself spiritually. I don't care what kind of church you got to go to. I don't care what kind of spiritual advice you got to go seek, bro. Look at the things around you and ask yourself, is it of God? And if you genuinely cannot say it's of God, bro, you in a dark place, and it's not too late. When it's too late is when you come consumed by the godlessness. That's when it becomes too late. That's when you get into that going crazy type mode, because you know something ain't right. You know it. But the position, but the pressure, but the responsibility of what you done built is keeping you in that godless position. Just keep that in mind, Max. I don't care if you see this a trillion years from now. I don't care if somebody send you this. I don't care if I got to show you this one day, because I know I'm gonna get there, and I know where that is, because I got a plan, and I spoke with the Most High about it, and we continuously speak about it, and I'm continuously revising that plan because I ain't falling into the traps, and it's just that simple. That's why I ain't got to where I need to be. I could have been, if in my opinion, I could have been went full out flesh mode and just done whatever it takes. I could have been that. I could have went all flesh and just completely put my solar essence on the back burner to achieve this materialistic gain. That's what I ain't gonna get into that, but yeah, let's get back into it. My bad. I had to rant. I don't care. I don't care if you want to watch the video. It's from FDH. I'm sure y'all all seen it in your recommendations. Stop it. You didn't come here to watch that video. No way you came here just to watch that video. And if so, hey, you got a new little, you feel me? You got some new twang. You feel me? Because I'm gonna come different. That's why I put unique perspectives. Because I'm gonna come different. Now, that's always who I've been. I never had to identify myself as that until now, because now I'm walking in it. I was scared to walk in it at first. I was scared to be looked at as too different. I was scared to be looked at as too unique. But now I'm walking in it. So Max, I just wanted to share that with you. I had to share that with you. We probably not even gonna watch the full 12 minutes. I just wanted to really get that off, because you got something, Max. You really do, bro. Crazy.
I was telling her, I'm like, if y'all had a button to press, if you want to continue your life, you feel me? Y'all remember that? Like, bro, I was really on some shit, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck, like real life.
This clip was from 2024. And when I seen this, my immediate thought was that he reached a level where he lacked substance. He needed more than just the monotony of being a rich, successful person. That's why we see a lot of our favorites going through bad shit like drug addictions. What are they coping with? That's what you have to ask. Amidst what should have been Max's highest, one of his high points, he was considering pressing a button to end it. And I feel like that says a lot about where his mind was at.
Was whatever day before the
LA for you, bro. I don't know a soul who went to LA and they had to fight them demons, boy. That's really the city of lost angels. Lost angels, bro. That shit is real, bro.
And I came home, bro. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I came home. I was just, I just cried on my couch, bro. Like, and I don't be crying that much. Like, I cried on my couch. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, I don't even have nobody, bro. Who do I have? I push everybody in my life away. I don't talk to my parents. I'm out here in LA. Like, yeah, I got my cousin, but it's like, damn, bro. Like, what am I even doing?
Does it not sound like a story of every success out of LA? Like, every success out of LA goes through this specific, almost like path. They go through this specific path that usually leads to the highest social achievement they ever had and the lowest moral point they ever reached. It's very weird when you watch that. It's a Netflix documentary, if I'm not mistaken, about a TikTok content house. And one thing that was a part of the contract is to kill your old self to your family. And what I mean, and what they meant by that was everything of your old life has to be killed to then gain all of the reins and all of the aspects and vitality of your new life. And it was just always just this dark type of like removing the soul from the essence, from the body, from the man, from the person, and kind of controlling all of that. LA has a way of handling people. It's weird, bro. It's very weird. I've never had a desire to be in LA. I'm gonna be real. Maybe that's why I'm not shit. Maybe because I don't have those desires. Maybe that's why my path gonna be different. I always said when my time come, it's gonna come different, and it ain't gonna be no 2-year run. It ain't gonna be no 5 minute hot moment. It ain't gonna be no 5 minutes of fame. It's gonna hit different. I'm telling y'all.
Win is for. I could win as much as I want to win, but if I'm not winning with people I care about, do it even matter? Like,
Real
you know what I'm
shit,
saying,
Max.
bro?
Real shit. If it ain't
And
the
I
people,
just
it don't
started
matter, bro. I'm telling you,
reflecting.
don't. You
I've been talking
experiencing
to
it. It
God.
don't matter if it
I'm
ain't
like,
with the
what am
people
I
you
doing wrong? Because
love.
I'm really
Not people you
genuinely
care
not
about, people you
understanding. Like,
unconditionally
what?
love.
Why is there so much negative energy around me?
That love you got
Why
for
do I
your
feel like
mother,
so much?
the one that you say you don't talk to anymore, that's unconditional. That's a God source love. It's the reason why people say, man, it don't matter what my son or
True,
my
like,
mom do. I ain't turning them in. My son could rape 50 people and kill everybody. I ain't turning them in. That's my son. What source of love is that? You gotta ask yourself, what source is that? That's coming from somewhere. And these people get all of these fames, all of these riches, get surrounded by drugs, women they don't know from a fucking can of paint, cars they barely know how to drive, and then they just got a big ass house empty, like they fucking vessel, soulless. That's what be happening when these niggas go to LA, bro. Every time. It takes a special breed to go to LA and not have that shit happen. Real life, bro.
and I just realized, bro, like, you can blame other people for your actions, but that shit all stems from you, bro. You create your universe, and I'm creating a
You
negative,
create your
like,
universe, bro,
like
but
a
don't forget
terrible.
God, boy.
This was April.
This existed before your ass got here, and it's gonna exist after. And what I mean by that is the soul is eternal, but you ain't going nowhere. So you, at the end of the day, the more you turn your back from the one, the more you gonna feel it. That don't mean it's. I need people to understand, bro. There's no killing the soul. You could come back and do this shit 1,000,000,000 times the same exact way and die the same 1,000 deaths. But the one thing that's gonna remain is that essence, that solar essence. That and something ain't right here. That ain't going nowhere, Max, until you look around. Till you look around at the people that's paying you, at the people that's feeding you, at the people you seek advice from, at the people that you turn up with, at the people that you cry. Well, nope. You say you cried alone. You say you heard alone. You talking to us about this. Ain't I don't see nobody in the background. You talking to the camera about this shit. Fuck with you too hard, Max, bro.
April
I fuck with you too hard to
2025,
see you
Max
going through
seems
this,
like
bro.
he properly zeroed in on where the issue was, which was a lack of genuineness around him. The air was negative and he just didn't have all his loved ones with him. Mind you, he's with FaZe at this time. He hasn't left. So that made me start thinking, what was a nigga feeling around them LA boys that had him like this? And if y'all know me, I've been open about it. Like, I was really watching Max during my sophomore year in high school. I got a soft spot for Max. I seen bro on the come up.
Nah, for real, Max, that, bro. I love the old Max underground streams in his bedroom, doing the Aux Wars. You feel me? That, because that's what, all of that is what I've already been. So to me, it's like, damn, that's fire. That's what I want to do. I'm keeping it a buck. That's what I want to do, bro. To this day, that's what I want to do, bro. Have my own little music, fashion collective, because that's what I had. I had a collective. No, it wasn't mine, but actually, that's a whole nother story. I actually did create a collective in my city. But that shit turned into some whole other shit. That's for a whole nother conversation, for a whole nother story, for a whole nother video. You feel me? For a whole nother story, for a whole nother video, for a whole nother, you feel me? But I was in another collective called Swipe Life. We was popping. You feel me? I was in early Slay World chats. Niggas know. Frank know. Zay know. You feel me? So that's kind of already what I was doing, but I was scared. I'm like, man, nobody want to give a fuck what I got to say, but don't nobody want to hear me. Don't nobody. And then I got more into my books. I got more into my spiritual essence. I got more into, man, I'm finding God before I go run to that world. I'm finding God before I go run to that world. Because it's cold, boy. It's cold, Max. It's cold.
What I know is that pre-phase, pre-LA, he was not talking like this back when
You
he
could
was
see
at his
I
crib.
hate to keep interrupting, but you could see the soul difference pre-LA. That boy look uncomfortable now. He don't look comfortable in his own skin no more.
Guys, I am a loser. I'm a loser. I don't do shit except sit on my couch.
So that's what I do, Max. And that's
and
how we
study
become
shit,
great the right
plan
way.
shit.
We don't run to
I
the
don't
world.
talk to people. It's bad.
You plan. You be still with God. You be still with yourself. You let all that noise die down so you can hear the right voice. You let all the worldly noise, chaos, and distractions calm down so you can hear the real voice. And that real voice sometimes will make you go a little crazy. Like, oh, wait, hold up now. Hold up now. But that let you know you tapped in, because there's a lot of people who they snipped that cord. They cut that off. They want it all for real. They want it all for real. It all. They cut that cord. But God, you can't be of this world, want all of this world, and be in this world.
It's bad. I'm gonna change
That was
that.
the story of Satan.
Y'all gotta help me make friends.
This was at the very least a week old. And this is Max once again expressing that he just doesn't have anyone. He's living his dream life. He's the streamer that he wanted to be, and yet he became a loser. But it's not just Max.
It's like, bro, I just don't know what to do with this anymore, bro. This just don't feel the same.
Keep it a buck, bro. That Silky clip seems so fool to me. I do not watch Silky, but I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know this man. I hope I am completely wrong. I hope I am wrong. But I don't get good vibes from Silky. I get the vibes that Silky is the type that'll put your ass on the platter for his own gain. And that's what I get from all of LA. I'm gonna just be real. That's what I get from all of LA. So I don't trust that shit. Really a city of lost angels. I'm gonna keep saying it.
Bro. It's like, what do I do, bro? I'm so lost.
Is it me or did it sound like he was playing
Responding
right
to
there?
emails
Like,
takes
it really
time,
seemed like
but
he
not
was
with Grammarly.
playing. Like,
In
I
a
don't
few
be that
clicks,
type of nigga, bro. I'm not
Grammarly's
judgmental. I
generative
don't be putting
AI drafts
assumptions and
professional,
presumptions
relevant
on people without
replies
having a
that sound
single
like
lick
you.
of context or even understanding the value of what it is.
Download it for
But
free
bro,
at
that shit seem a little
Grammarly.com.
fool to me, bro. I don't know what it is. It seemed a little fool to me. My bad, y'all. Y'all know. Feel me? My bad for the buffer.
I'm just so lost with this.
How are you?
Chat. I'm gonna see y'all later, bro.
You serious?
I gotta take some time. I gotta take some.
Bro, y'all ever seen a nigga try to fake
I
cry
gotta take some
bad
time
as
to
hell?
myself.
All right, let me stop, bro, because I don't know. Maybe he did ass.
This
Let me
is
chill.
tough.
I'm gonna chill. Maybe he did ass. I'm gonna chill.
I love you guys. You got me say.
This was also recent. Silky is literally crying on stream, talking about how lost he is. He sounds just like Max. He's living what the youth of today think is a wonderful, luxurious life, and yet he's
I don't know
on
who
stream
told y'all
breaking
clothes,
down. What is that?
looking cool, seemingly having it all. You see what words proceeded though? Seemingly, looked. Yeah, if it's a Ferrari, if it's something. If you give me a car and it's presented as a Ferrari, but when I go inside, there's not a steering wheel, there's no seats, and it has the engine of a 1965 Buick, can I still consider that a Ferrari? That's the question.
that saying about content creation. And don't think I forgot Mr. DEO himself.
Everything like that, bro. When y'all know when I started
Shout
this,
out
it
to
was the
Bruce,
most saddest
man. He
point of my
said
life
it
at one point.
best. When I took a step away, I had to look in the man in the mirror and realize, just to keep it, but I don't know if he said he need God or basically he related to he had to improve his relationship with the Most High. And when I say God, I'm gonna be honest, I don't care if you're talking about Allah, talking about Yeshua, Jesus, if you are reading the Talmud, if you're a rabbi, if you're a freelance spiritualist, if you're an ancient spiritualist, a Kemetic, whatever it is, Eastern, Western, I don't care. But he had to look in the mirror and better his relationship with that God source for him. And that's what it's about. He didn't have to sacrifice everything that he's worked for. He didn't have to give back all of the fame. Like, well, if I want God, I got to be regular. I don't know who told y'all that. I don't know who told you can't be unique, be that guy, be that dude, and walk with God. I don't know who convinced y'all that, but probably the city of Lost Angels. That's probably who convinced y'all that shit. Dumbass movies.
And having the things that you prayed for and getting them and still feeling that feeling, it puts you in the biggest lost mental state of your life.
God.
No cap. I got broken the down by life.
And Bruce put it the best way. All of these men had everything they probably prayed for, and yet niggas still feel like shit. Mind you, the youth is idolizing these lifestyles, and I won't say all of this is on them, okay? Niggas do get caught up in the fame, but you have these super depressed streamers. Max in particular is talking about pressing a button to end it, and you have a group of kids idolizing the lifestyle they're living. That is dangerous.
Show me what I need to be shown now.
And that's what I mean. That type of pain breeds more pain. I guess to a certain extent, it's almost like
people get everything that they asking for, and they forget about God. They forget about the one they owe for it. They forget about the one who opened the right doors to allow the right decision to be made that put you into the position you needed to be to get that look to then take off. You don't think about that. There's so many other doors outside of yourself that has to be open for there to even be an opportunity for the opportunity. And a lot of times they'll pray to God, 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 cross that finish line and forget about it. You don't want to become that, bro.
Are inadvertently putting this prize at the end of a race, showing people it. And when they start the race, the prize is fucking gone. It's gone and it's replaced with nothing but emptiness. You have people giving their all to succeed in this race, thinking that the prize is
I didn't even realize he was using a race analogy. Like I just said, they pray for it, pray for it, pray for it, pray for it, cross that finish line, forget all about the ones they prayed, the one they prayed to see them through that. And I didn't even realize he was using the race analogy. But you see, I'm gonna be real. I'm always on point because I am aligned with the energy that I'm aligned with my heart, bro. And we all got a heart. We all got fingers. We all got a nose. We all got eyes. So at the end of the day, we all are connected to some source of the same. We all made in the image of a God that's some of this. Y'all get what I'm trying to say, man. Fuck it. I got overly caught up.
They gave to it, and it just never fucking does. And that's what I feel like I'm seeing right now. And it's not even just the mental health part. Physically, it's getting rough for niggas too. Biggest example right now is Charlie Kirk. Well, actually, that sounds crazy because when I say it's getting rough for niggas, I don't mean Charlie Kirk. Actually, perfect time to talk about this. I honestly think black people need to stand up. We should not be morally grandstanding anyone about someone who is racist, and that's facts. How you live dictates how you die, and if you live hating on virtually anyone who isn't a white man and you think you're attracting peace into your life, you are mistaken. I was not moved by the passing of Charlie Kirk, and that's how I feel. I mention it though because with the Charlie Kirk situation,
he was a racist. What was he talking about? Is he talking about something else? Hey, was that man really a racist?
He's the biggest, most notable example, but that can be misleading because he makes you think that only the extremist content creators are the ones that are subject to the backlash of the public, but it's hitting your favorite streamers as well.
Leave a like on his joint. Yeah, matter of fact, we're gonna end that video there.
It's gonna be a shootout.
He's basically just going through the same talking points that everybody already tapped on. I just want to end this with, no matter what y'all chasing, bro, no matter what y'all chasing, Never forget to thank the one that allowed it. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. You pray, you pray, you pray, you pray, you pray, you get it. Don't stop praying. Don't stop being a representation of that. Don't stop foundating and protecting yourself in that, bro. We gotta really protect ourselves spiritually in this type of world, bro. We live in a flesh-based, desired world. We live in a lustful, malevolent, deceitful world. That's just what it is. That's how you get to the top. But that's not the only way to the top. You could take an airplane. I could take a helicopter. One could take a train. One could just drive. One could go cruise. You feel me? One could walk. But at the end of the day, where we going is what matters. The destination is what matters the most. And when you pray, 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 pray for it, pray for it, pray for it, pray for it, get it, and then you spit in the face of the one you pray for, pray to. Not literally, you're not literally spitting in the face. But come on, bro, so many people get what they asked for and just forget about them. Don't become that person, bro, in your pursuits. No matter what you trying to do, music, acting, scholastic, academically. Don't forget your roots. Don't forget where you was before your birthday. I'm gonna end it on that, man. Like, comment, subscribe. We got a lot more of this flash shit, dope shit, intellectual, unique perspectives. We got a lot coming up, bro. I'm gonna really go hard in this field of content, music, life, art, and unique conversations and unique perspectives, bro. I feel like those are my gifts, and that's why I want to share with the world, no matter what I receive from it. Because like I said, I have a plan outside this content shit. I don't ever have to make one single dollar from this content shit. I'm Gucci. But I can't be selfish, and I want to share this with the world, even if it only touches one person. That's just who I am. That's who I'm gonna always be, and that's who I'm gonna be in the next life. Y'all take care of yourselves. Y'all protect yourselves. Like, comment, and subscribe. We're gonna really turn this shit up. I'm gonna get better equipment. We're gonna really get to it and build something. We're gonna build something special. We're gonna build a real community. It's gonna be dope. Just be patient along the journey. It ain't gonna look the way everybody else's look at first, but it's gonna be 10 times more valuable. I put money on it. Like, comment, subscribe. We out this thing.